All right, guys, hope you're doing well and great. All right, in today's content, I've been kind of thinking about it to come up with a proper, structures or say a roadmap for someone's, based on our topic that we always have. It's about a virtual kitchen resource. Now, that's not necessarily it has to be for a virtual kitchen resource, but also for restaurants, right? So if you are willing to, or if you are trying to start a new restaurant business, right, in 2023 or going forward, right, or if you want to change your business models to something else to cut costs on a lot of other things, that's what I want to actually share with you today. So the content that I'm going to be sharing with you is based on the course that we have created, but I want to share you for free. Right? If you have questions on those things, it's good for you and for me as well to get a feedback from you guys if you really like or not. So in today's content, what I'm going to share with you is the first model or the first chapter of the course itself, right? So, and it's about the type of food that you want to start for a business, right? So in 2023, what we're looking for is that what is the best food that we can serve to our community or to a customer, right? And what is the thing that we're passionate with? So there's a lot of things that you might want to also note it down if you have a pen and paper with you, or if you are traveling, just make sure that you screen capture that particular time stamp and then just review it so that you have a proper record of what you learned today. So in today's business, what we have seen is that there's a lot of things going on in the business. People want to come up with various kind of a business food business basically, right? So the thing that, like, as you have known that I do own a restaurant as well, and I operate one of those as well, right? So we have learned a lot of things. That is the reason why before you start or before you put a lot of money into your business, I want to share with you so that you have a clear idea about what you can expect or what you should actually do, right? Okay, the first thing would be what kind of a food that you should start in 2023, right? So let me just write it down, the type of foods. The first one is types of foods, right? So this is the first thing that you want to know. And based on this particular topic, as I have mentioned, this is a part of the course, so which I want to share you one by one. First is healthy and less preparation time, right? Let's say A, right? Healthy and less prep time. All right, this is what we are looking for. Okay, so what would be the food that will be healthy and will take a very less time to prepare the food? All right, so okay, now I'm going to list down. So this would be one of your product that you should think about it. The reason why, go through all the entire videos, you will get to know it. So right, the first thing would be sushi, right? Second would be poke bar, right? The third one is ramen. Fourth is sandwiches. Fifth, cakes and cookies. And number 6 is pizza. 7, boba. This is really good boba tea business, right? The profit margin is quite high. And coffee and smoothie, so basically barista. Coffees and smoothies. Number 9 would be ice cream. Number 10 is the salad bar. People wants to go with the healthy food. All right, so what we have right now is 10 items. So basically 10 lists, right? First, is sushi, the second one is poke bar, the third one is ramen, the fourth one is sandwich, the fifth one is cake and cookies, pizzas, bubble tea, number 8 is coffee smoothie, the number 9 is ice creams and salad bar, right? So why you want to do these things, right? What we have to understand is that food concepts is easy to start, but we want to consider about what is the cost to operate or to start this kind of a business, and also the manpower required to start this business, right? That is the reason why I want to actually share you in a deep or depth information, right? So now you will now already have the 10 list of products, right? So what the second one would be the ingredients why you want to start this business out of this 10 list, right? So the first thing is the ingredients, right? I'm going to put it as ingredients. So let's call it as ingredients, right? So when you start those 10 lists, right, there are a few things that you would need. The first would be the availability of the supplies, right? So supplies. Do you have the supplies locally distributions, or do you have to do international shippings and all those things is there? And also you have to consider as a shelf life of the product, because if you are doing some sorts of a food which you pre-cooked it, or if you have to warm it up, as you know it, in US, the USDA require you to keep for 4 hours, and after that it's a discard, right? You have to discard the food, and you don't want to discard the food because you're not going to make money out of when you discard it, right? So you want to see what kind of a food would have a longer shelf life, right? And the permit and license. So the permit and the license is required for every business. So those lists that I have mentioned, it's kind of easier for you to get permit and license to operate the food business, right? And the last one is manpower. So which is going to be your staff, your chef, people who's going to be working for you, right? So sometime if you looked at it, there are food business that require high skills, right? So if you're in a steakhouse, probably you may require a high skill set person or a chef or a cook who can prepare the food for you. But in this case, which is the 10 list that we have shared earlier, right, we want to make sure that the manpower is easily available. Basically, that means that people who are college students who are above, let's say, 16-year-old or 18-year above, right, they will be able to easily learn, prepare it, as long as you have the standard operation manual or recipe book with them. And the training doesn't take a week or a month. It's just about a day for maybe like a 4-hour, or maybe like a week for 30 minutes each. Training is enough for that particular product, right? So in this, once you have the ingredients, you got to figure out a few things, right? The question is where, why, who is going to supply all those things for you too. The type of food. So the first topic was healthy and less preparation time. Then the one which we are discussing right now is about it's a low cost. Why that food, right? Because it's the cost of business, right? Operation or startup, right? The cost is low, right? Yeah, low cost, supplies and easy access. So that model of a 10 that we have, the list, right? 10 list of business products we have it. This product list ingredients are actually low cost and supplies, easy access, because local market has those kind of a product available with them, right? So this is one of the critical things that you guys really want to understand. Actually, we did a lot of mistakes and we'll end up ordering a lot of inventories, equipments, and all those things, right? Sometimes we think too much, which is not good for business. So you got to be focusing on what actually you need. So the best way is that you will be able to filter out what you want for a longer period of your business. So basically, we are going to be talking about the third point is low cost maintenance. Maintenance, right, which is the equipment and business insurance. Equipment and business insurance. So you got to be focusing on the equipment costs and also the maintenance of the business equipment itself, and also the business insurance. So here's the good thing about what we learned, right? Let's say on the 10 list, one of the good things is that you actually do not need fire, or you just need a heat or warmer, right? So the first thing, average cost on insurance, right? That's per month, right? It's going to range somewhere between $80 to $250. Again, it depends, right? So it's kind of a much cheaper than the rest of the other food business. And here's one thing, we did a lot of mistakes. We end up installing the fire suppressions, the hood, and then we installed the 240 three-phase power line, which was not in the unit, so we have to install, and that costs a lot, right? And so if you are thinking about like trying to install a hood and all those fire suppressions and all those things, with this 10 list of the business product that we mentioned here, you do not need it. That's what we learned, right? So what are the equipments that you will need it, right? One would be prep table. The second one is reach and cooler, and so basically rice cooker / warmer. 4 would be proofer or ovens if you're doing pizzas and subs. Number 5 is ice maker, you know, the countertop one. You don't have to actually install the ice maker, the commercial unit, because you want to actually understand whether that product is going to work for you or not. Do not go ahead with ice maker with the commercial unit, because you need to do all those installations, right? And it is going to be very expensive for you, right? This thing is about close to, it starts from $50 to somewhere $600. So if not, then the usual one will cost you about $5,000 to 10K, right? So see the margin, that's a huge difference, right? And basically we are going to be working everything with a countertop, because why, I'll let you know, right? 5, 6. So the fryer, countertop, fryer. Why do you need this? Because you want to cook ramen. So with the fryer you can also cook, right? Just use the water instead of the oil. So number 7 is the coffee brewer, or you can also the dispenser, right? If it's just going to be a self-service. So number 8 is coffee dispenser. So number 9, I just don't have the space here. So beverage dispenser, coffee dispenser, right? And then okay, the countertop. No, countertop, top salad bar. chest freezer. I hope so I can fit in. Oh well, it doesn't fit, so anyway, I'll just write it down on top, right? Chest freezer, we have and then what we have here is the cup dispenser. Cup dispenser you need for, or cup holder for coffee bar or the boba bar. Okay, and then toaster, right, for baking, toasting. Toaster to bake your pizzas, right, or your sandwiches. And probably you may not need this, but then let's include its slicer, meat slicer. You actually need, when you do slicing the meat for your baba and also for your sandwiches, you will need these things. And not only that, it does really help when you have to do what you call chopping your vegetables and all those things. And the last one is the work table. The other one which I mentioned, a prep table, is different than a work table. Some people say it's the same thing. Well, the prep table is how it comes. It does come with the region cooler actually, and the prep table is the steel metal ones, which everybody use it, right? Now I was talking about the countertop thing. The countertop units, right? These are usually or mostly 120 from 115 volts to, which is about less than 20 amps. All right, that means that your common household power point would have this capacity, but if you have to go for like commercial stuff, then you would need 240 or 220 to 240, and this is going to be 3-phase. And installations and setting up all these things, if that is not available already in the building itself, then it's gonna cost you about, I think, $2,000. We spent about like $4,000 actually, $2,000 to $5,000, right? So basically, let's say now you understand why we want to go with the 10 list. Actually, what we have come up with, the reason why we have come up with these things is because we learned that, you know, if you have to actually prepare fresh and healthy food, it's very cheap actually compared to the rest of the other things, right? So now you learn like what is the cost of the equipments, cost of the maintenance, and business insurance for this kind of a business, right? So that's very important that you have to know it. So I would say never ever go with anything. If you want to try, right, for your equipments, do not go beyond 120 volt, because I mean, you will find equipments which is a 120 less than 115 to 120 volt in the commercial sectors, right? Commercial equipments basically. So that is something that you really need. You don't want to go beyond that, because the price is going to be very different, but the usage is going to be the same. So medium range and high range is there. What is your production per day? So if you have to get a countertop fryer, right? Let's say you are using 115 to 120 volt, right? And then you're your new business. You have to understand whether your business product is going to be selling or not, right? So 120 volt. So per hour, you can prepare up to 30 to 50 times within an hour. What would it make difference if you have to go for 240? Now this unit is about close to 180. I'm talking about this one specifically with a commercial, right? I'm just going to put it as a commercial. So this is going to cost you somewhere 180 to 450, or let's say keep it as a $500, right? But if you have to go with the actual gas fryer or the 3-phase 240 plus fryer, it's gonna cost you more than 10,000 for sure. That's what we did it. We haven't used it. We just learned it, right? So guys, I hope this is going to be helpful for you. So if you are trying to start a new business, just make sure you know what the cost of your equipment, the maintenance, the insurance, and not only that, I'm just going to brief it again here. First thing, right? The first thing is healthy and less preparation time, right? Healthy food and it takes less preparation time. And number 2 is low cost maintenance and easy access. So let me write it down, it's better. So number 1 is healthy and less prep time. 2 is low cost supplies and easy access. Number 3 is low cost maintenance. So that is for the equipments and insurance. 4th is no, you don't need that one. So that is all for this content for today. This actually is the type of food model, the chapters that we have it. So if you want to learn more, just watch the next video because I'll be sharing all those things. But beyond this, if you want to get in contact with me when I ask need some advice, consultations, feel free. I will just offer you for free. If it's not, this things is costing, I charge about like a 3,000 to consult everything on this particular subject. So I'm just gonna give it for free because you guys want to really learn. Sometimes what we need is the right information from the people who's been there, done that. And I'm the one as well who's been there, who's done that. And I'm here and I'm proud of myself to share with you. I hope this content is going to be helpful for you guys. If you would like to share your thoughts, your comments, or whatever, feel free to share in the comment sections. At the same time, if your friends or family members, anyone that you like and care, would like to know more about food industry, please share and subscribe to this channel for more information about this business operations. All right, guys, until the next video, you guys have a good day. Cheers.